Hello and welcome to today's class. We're going to explain today the past continuous, its structure and use. Past continuous structure basically is divided. We are going to divide it in two according to the subject. We are going to use a structure for subjects I, he, she, it, and another one for subjects we, you, they. In the first case, we're going to use the verb to be in the past, the form was, and the main verb ending with ing. For example, I was playing the piano. As you know, S stands for subject, then we have the verb with the structure, and then the C is the complement, what completes the sentence and gives meaning to it. If we have a subject that's we, you, they, or an equivalent, we will be using the form were. That's the past of the verb to be that corresponds to these subjects, and then the verb with ing. For example, they were buying a car. In both instances, in the negative, the not will be attached or will be linked to these to the verb to be as an auxiliary. Wasn't, weren't. As it is a continuous structure, we cannot drop the ing, so we will keep the full form of the verb all along. He wasn't waiting for me. He weren't writing a letter. Concerning the interrogative, we will use was and were as auxiliary forms. That is, we will use them before the subject. Was she going to school? Were you listening to the conversation? And as you know, we answer with whatever we ask. So in the case the subject is he, I, he, she, it, we will be answering was for positive answers, wasn't for negatives. In the case of we, you, they, were and weren't correspondingly. Now, what do we use the past continuous for? Past continuous refers to the past. Obviously, we are talking about finished actions. But how are these actions different to the past simple, to the actions where we use the past simple? Well, these actions that are already finished, therefore in the past, at the moment we are referring to what happening, were taking place. Let me explain that. Imagine yesterday you watched a movie, so you can use the past simple to refer to the action, to the fact that you watched a movie. Or you can use the past continuous to refer to a specific point where the movie was actually screening or broadcasting. For example, I phoned you yesterday, but you didn't pick up the phone. Oh, well, I was watching a movie. It means that at that specific time in the past, I was doing something else. That action that I'm no longer doing, that therefore belongs to the past, was happening. For example, I was drawing a picture of my hometown when it started to rain. I started drawing the picture, then it starts to rain, but the action of drawing a picture was not finished. It was happening at the time. It was unfinished. We were studying yesterday at 6 p.m. It refers to a specific point in time in the past where that action was developing. Remember always that continuous tenses focus on the duration of the activity, on the fact that it was developing, the fact that it is not finished. It can refer to the present. If we refer to the present, then the action is right now unfinished. But if we're referring to the past, then we refer to a specific point in time in the past where that action was developing or unfinished. So therefore we need adverbs to show us that action was actually happening in the past, and we're referring to a specific time in the past. How do we refer usually to a specific time in past? With hours. Usually when we have an hour, you may have a past continuous tense. When you use while, after while, usually you will have a past continuous tense, as while focuses on the relation of the activity. And then when, in the structures with when and while, you will find when with a past simple, which actually represents a specific point in the past, as the example we saw in the previous slide. And that specific point in time makes another, or favors that the next action is in past continuous. Now, regarding spelling, as you know, always that whenever we add a suffix to a word, it usually involves changes in spelling. In this case, two important rules you have to remember. When the verb ends in stressed consonant, vowel, consonant, you need to double the last consonant. It's the case of verbs like stop, begin, run, sit. As you see, the last syllable, stop, begin, run, sit, is stressed and it ends consonant, vowel, consonant. Therefore, we need to double the last consonant in all 4 cases. Pay attention to cases like listen and happen, where the stress, they actually end in consonant, vowel, consonant, but they are not stressed. The stress lays on the previous syllable. Listen, happen. Therefore, we don't need to double the last consonant. And then verbs ending in IE, you need to change that IE into a Y and then add ING. It's the case of verbs like lying, like lie or die. So let's do some practice. Think how would you write the present continuous in these sentences? And we'll check that in class and we'll talk about this a little bit more and do a little bit more practice. I hope it helped. See you. Bye.